My name is Laura, and I'm a teacher here at the Maryland Zoo in Baltimore. We are so excited to have you visit us for a field trip. Before your visit, let's talk about what a zoo field trip is like. If you're visiting in spring, there will probably be a lot of other students on field trips too. On those busy days, you and your classmates might get to use a special zoo entrance that's just for you. No matter what time of year you visit, there are a few things to remember. Most of the zoo is outside, and it's a pretty big place. So that means lots of walking around exploring. Make sure you wear comfortable shoes that don't hurt your feet. Also, make sure to bring a jacket if it's cool or rainy. It's always important to stay with your chaperone. But at the zoo, there are also people to help you. Zoo workers wear green, red, or gray zoo shirts. Check in with one of them if you get lost, need a Band-Aid, or just have questions about the zoo and the animals. The zoo is a great place to think and act like scientists. It's all about using your senses and taking your time to observe closely. Many animals are really well camouflaged. That means they can blend in with their habitat. So be sure to look carefully. If you rush by, you might miss the animal right in front of you. It's also possible that an animal might be inside a building instead of out in the yard. Zookeepers give the animals choices for where to spend their time. This is one of the important ways we care for them. We all like to have choices, right? There can be a lot going on at the zoo. A lot to see, hear, and yes, smell. But strong smells don't mean the animals are dirty or gross. Smell is a way that many animals communicate with each other. For example, rhinos poop in a place called a midden. That's where rhinos can sniff and learn about the other rhinos nearby. It may sound gross, but for rhinos, it's like leaving messages for each other. The zoo is a great place to learn new things. Not only does the zoo care for the animals that live here, but we help protect animals that live throughout Maryland and around the world. That's a pretty big job, and thankfully, we don't do it alone. We work with other zoos and with our guests, just like you, to care for animals and protect their homes. During your visit, you can help us protect the local wildlife and the zoo animals by putting trash in the trash can or recycling bin, not on the ground or in a zoo habitat. And remember that the zoo is the animal's home. We can all respect and care for the animals by not shouting or making loud noises near them. While you're here, you'll probably see lots of squirrels and birds around the park. And if you're really lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of deer or a snake. It's always best to give wildlife their space. Admire them from a distance and don't try to touch, chase, or feed them. There are lots of different types of animals to visit at the zoo. But no zoo can have every type of animal. To include every type of animal in the world, we'd need a zoo the size of, well, the world. The Maryland Zoo has animals that you could find as far away as Africa, all over the United States, and even in our own beautiful state of Maryland. Want to see if your favorite animal lives at the zoo before your field trip? Ask for an adult's permission to visit the zoo's website, where you can see pictures of the animals and learn things like what they eat, where they live in the world, and whether they like to live in groups or live alone. And you never know, maybe you'll find a new favorite animal during your visit. Well, are you excited yet? We are. And we can't wait to see you here at the Maryland Zoo.